Okay, we're recording. Welcome to Whyspace.
Welcome, y'all.
We're on a new platform today. Not new in general, but to us currently.
Because
so,
we're professionals. We just,
we like to keep it spicy.
We're feeling for the day.
Yeah. I just want to call out something real quick. We missed last week, and for once, it was not my fault.
It was me. I was stressed.
I'm just excited because honestly, I was kind of glad when she said she couldn't record because I was a little overwhelmed, but I was like, I'm just so happy it's her this time and not me.
Listen, I felt so bad being like, do you mind if we skip? But I was like, I'm stressed. You've been traveling. You've got a kid at camp that you're probably worried about and all that. So I was like, I'm just going to cancel it.
Yeah. So last week I was in Boston and Philadelphia. And then I was more places than that. What am I talking about? I was in Boston, Philadelphia, Arkansas, Branson, Missouri, Arkansas, Atlanta.
Yep.
LaGrange, Georgia.
Okay.
Atlanta. And now I'm coming to you live from Miami.
Listen, as if you didn't already struggle with time zones.
Okay, now Atlanta, tricky one. What do you think, East or Central?
In my brain, I want to say Central.
You would have thought it's not.
Nope.
You can definitely mess up some things.
I appreciate my text this morning. You had texted me something and you were like, listen, I don't actually know what time zone I'm in, so I'm not sure how early this is getting to you.
Because I was in Atlanta again. I was leaving Atlanta to come to Miami.
Shoot.
And I was like, is it 5:30 or 4:30 there? Either one's early, but listen, I got things to do. And she's
right, listen, it was 4:30 when you text, but I didn't. I was dead to the world.
Well, thank God.
It's not gonna wake me up.
So yes, I had a kid at camp last week. I think this is a great story to tell real fast.
Yes, because I have questions.
So Kanakuk camps, our family, our fans, I started going when I was 7, I believe.
Okay.
Went through my junior year of high school, and I was even a counselor in college. So, yes, I know that there are plenty of you that are like anti-Kanakuk. Great. To each his own. But we're big fans. So, this is Judd's 3rd year, 2nd year to like sleep away. 1st year was just the day camp. So, I had to fly him across the country this time. That was a lot.
That's a lot, yeah.
With a trunk.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So we had to do that. Took him to camp, left him. Great. He acted a little weird when I was leaving, so I was worried all week about him. And then they send you pictures all week, and he never looked happy.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, no. So, I could not wait to get there. I was, standing in line outside the gates before they opened. I was so, anxious to get to him.
Yeah.
Come to find out, he had the time of his life. He just didn't really enjoy the picture time.
Okay.
But upon seeing him, he comes running towards me on this tennis court, and I'm so happy to see him. As all, he jumps in my arms, which I nearly died because he's large now. And he's hugging me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you. He goes, Mommy, I got bit by a snake. And I was like, huh?
Details, sir. Details.
And he goes, I got bit by a snake. Look. And he shows me his neck, which I've shown Becca the picture. I think I showed you the picture, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's straight fang marks.
Fang marks, and it discolored. And apparently the guy whipped around a bit. The nurse told me that a lot of the scratches were teeth marks.
Listen, I had a heart attack. Forget the bite.
So I was taking a lot in and right in the moment. And, part of me is Judd's kind of dramatic. And though I see the fang marks, I'm like, okay, but really, was it a snake? Did you get pinned by something? Counselor comes up, they introduce themselves how they always do. He's like, hey, I'm Adam. I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. And I was like, he was like, yeah, weird. And I was like, yeah, weird. Yeah, nobody called us. And he was like, oh, it wasn't poisonous. Cool. Glad to hear that part. But I still just feel like maybe that was worthy of a phone call.
Okay, so I thought it had happened right before you picked him up.
Oh, heavens, no. It happened apparently. I picked him up on Friday morning. It happened on Wednesday.
Oh.
So when I took that picture to send y'all, Like, it looked that bad that day.
That's
It doesn't look a whole lot
crazy.
better right now. It looks like a hickey, honestly, right now. Which I'm thrilled that he's starting school in a week.
Cool.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, he was like, yeah, he was like, so this kid Kingston in our group, he's kind of a critter guy. So he like created like a little habitat for critters. Oh,
Okay.
he was like, there were like bugs and lizards, and he was like, and he found this snake, and so he put it in it, he poked holes in the top, and I was like, uh-huh. And he's like, yeah, and then they were about to go on the slides, and for some reason Kingston had the critter box with him at the slides, the water slides. And so he says to Judd, can you hold this while I go down the slide, and then I'll come back up and get it from you? And Judd's like, sure. So Judd is standing there, and Adam, counselor, was like, I was standing there, and I'm like, good to hear. He's like, so Judd and I are talking, and he said all of a sudden Judd like throws the box and is like, oh, and Adam's like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know, something hurts on my neck. Child didn't even know that the snake had climbed out of the box through the breathing hole, climbed up his shirt, and into his neck. And so Adam sees all this, and Adam, kind of like flails around, and the snake flies off the top of the thing, which apparently really upset Kingston that the snake was gone.
Oh, screw off, Kingston.
Yeah. And so, and listen, this is kind of like, this is not a racial thing at all, but telling my African-American husband, who has co-hosted, that you all know, Aaron,
who's
Aaron was like, Aaron says, our people don't usually do that because Kingston too was a black little boy.
That's
he was a button though. He was a tiny little fella, cute as a button. He actually looked a lot like Saint West.
Oh, that's funny.
Anyway, so Adam's like, oh, okay, we need to go to the nurse. And I asked Adam, I said, well, did you know at the time what type of snake it was? He goes, oh, I don't do snakes. Cool.
Right.
Cool. Okay.
None of us do, sir.
So they went to the nurse. The nurse says, do we know what kind of snake it was? No. Well, what it looked like? Well, of course, Judd starts describing like a ball python,
Obviously.
And the nurse is like, okay, well, we don't have those in Missouri. And so Adam's like, no, it was like green, kind of like, I don't know. He's like, she was like, well, how big was it? And he was like, well, I don't know. No details. So they went and found Kingston and asked Kingston what kind of snake it was. Well, he didn't know. But then they went and found the other counselor, Will. Will was like, oh, it was a gardener snake, because he's luckily an agriculture major.
Okay.
Who I think approved the critter collection. And she's like, oh, okay. She was like, well, as aggressive as it was probably a baby, so it was just like feisty. They just like put some ice on it.
Okay. Listen, you'd have had to plan my funeral.
I said, Judd, this is the same child that like probably a year and a half ago would see a fly and start screaming. He was like, no. He was like, I mean, it just like it hurt. And I was like, yeah, okay.
I can't get past the fact that it crawled up his shirt to his neck and he didn't even know it.
That's what Aaron was like, son, did you not feel it? He was like, no.
I can't. I cannot.
I was just like, okay, well, even talking about this has done me in. And so Adam was like, oh yeah, I didn't know the nurse didn't call you. And he was like, I guess it's because it wasn't poisonous. And I was like, okay.
Listen, the amount of times we get calls from the school nurse of like, they bonked their head in PE, but they're fine. I sent them back to class. I don't need those calls. A snake bite, I need that call.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I guess next year I'll put a little note in his thing. Let me know if anything happens, even an insect bite. I don't care.
Right. God.
But anyway, he's home. His neck looks pretty like, he looks like he got bit by a snake.
He'll have a really cool story to tell us.
Oh, yeah. But the thing about Judd is like, no one is going to believe him.
Right.
Because he's so dramatic. But so I'm going to have to verify this story for 100 people, I can assure you. But yeah.
I love it.
Got bit by a snake. But anyway.
Listen, happy summer, folks.
Yeah. So since though the snake bite and the last time we were with you, I don't want to make anybody feel old or uncomfortable here, but one of the two of us has a high school student now.
Well, I had a high school student last year.
Yeah, but like he's like legit high school
I
now.
know.
Like he's
No.
like the high school now that was like high school when we were high school.
Yeah.
Because like now they call like ninth grade high school.
Yeah, it's weird. I was emotional dropping Grayson off this morning, which shocked me. He's 5th grade, so this is our last year of elementary school.
I know, I feel weird about it too.
And so he still asked, he was like, can you guys still walk me to school this morning? Absolutely. But he didn't, he was like, you don't have to walk me to my class, just walk me up to the school, which part of me was very thankful for, because once you go in those doors, it's just chaos. But then the other part was like, oh my gosh, like there's some independence here. And I just was not quite ready for it. Yeah. Ryder did better this year. Last year I was an emotional wreck when he started high school, but this year I was okay. But still, it's a lot to take in.
Yeah. I'm just saying one of us is.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
I'm actually technically the older one, but
I definitely
have 5th graders, so
I age myself more. Yeah.
Judd still has what, like 2 weeks left? Yeah, starts the 24th. So
yeah,
which is good because I've got one more work trip and then allegedly we're done traveling for the year for work, and then we can travel for fun.
Listen, that's the kind of travel you don't mind.
But I have to say, that was my first time in Boston. Obsessed. We've
been once when Doug graduated with his master's degree. I made him go to his graduation. And so we spent the weekend. It was so much fun. I would love to go.
I'm obsessed. Like the best I could describe it to Aaron was like cleaner, more architecturally like cool, with like a historical vibe than New York.
Yes, that's a great description. Yeah.
Yeah. So we may go for Labor Day because there's apparently really cheap flights. We may go with some friends, but
I would love to go like in the fall around Halloween and do like Salem and all of that.
Well, I don't do witches. That scares me. And my 10-year-old's scared of his own shadow, but not a snake.
Okay, that's fair.
But yeah, I loved it. I was like, I could live here. Of course, you know how that goes in the Asbury family.
Right. If you're going to stay
in January, don't know. Yeah. But also we've had a lot of things happen. And honestly, there's a lot of stuff in our show notes. And then I had some snafus with my notes. So I've got some other notes that have come up.
Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about, folks, because I don't know if you know, but it's freaking football season.
Praise freaking me. I can't tell you how excited I was. We will get to all the football stuff, but I was so excited.
Yeah, we're going to get to it. And I feel like every 2 seconds there's more happening. So trust and believe we will not catch everything. No. But all that means is come back next week. I'll be in Milwaukee, but come back and we'll have more. Because also when we get to football, the Chiefs play this week.
Oh, I can't wait.
Now, listen, our favorite boys are not going to play, but we're playing the Rams. We're playing the Rams.
Well, there's a lot of games on Thursday, and I'm not happy about that because you can only watch so many at a time.
Yeah. Please hold. I was just making my dinner reservations or telling somebody I'm going to need to ride. So what we've got to start with is a rabbit hole that I told Becca today. I don't know in the history of my life if I'm going to get out of this rabbit hole.
No. So
I'm going to need you to break it down for everyone. And then I just have a lot of thoughts. And it's even like they're in trial right now.
Right. The prosecution has not even rested yet.
No. Yeah. Like, listen, but let me tell you, when Reddington goes in, okay, go ahead.
We're talking about the Lindsay Clancy trial, which we had briefly talked about it.
And honestly, when we briefly talked about it before, I was like, what a horrible woman.
Right? So you and I both kind of went into this like, she killed her kids. She said she killed her kids. No matter what you mentally was going on, like you still did it, you're still guilty. I'm going to tell you, and you have been in the same boat, as this has gone on, I feel like in real time, us as a society and Lindsay are all discovering she didn't do this. I don't think she even killed those kids. I
don't believe for 1 second she did.
And you've got all these prosecutors, all these young ones, which one of them, she wears a bow in her hair every day, and that's a whole different story that we could talk about another day. All of them combined, and you got one 75-year-old defense attorney who's doing the whole show by himself, and he is running circles around them. But I'm telling you, he has built this case up, and the way that he's asking questions and he's getting stuff out on the record, it's very telling that, like, was she dealing with postpartum something? 100%.
And I think a very, very severe case. I don't discredit that at all.
I do think that the medical community failed her. I'm going to tell you something's going on with that husband. I think he was having an affair.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he did all of this.
I do too. And they have not gotten to the point where there's an email. This is the part that I'm like on pins and needles waiting. So apparently he sent an email at 5:24 p.m. on the night of said murders that allegedly happened at 5:16. Now, they, being the defense, has the IP address of where this email was sent from.
Okay.
And of course, those of us now on Lindsay's side believe that it came from his Microsoft Surface, which was located downstairs next to some of the bodies. So how would he have sent this email 8 minutes after their death in the same room? So what I have read is that Lindsay's attorneys are like, we're not saying a word because they're about to drop the bomb.
Yeah. Listen.
Because there's no way around it. If it proves that it came from that Surface, that Microsoft Surface, no way around it.
Yeah. It's just, there's so many little things that at least warrant an investigation into him, and so much that at least gives you doubt, which is all they need to do. They just need to plant reasonable doubt. But the fact that her DNA is not on the exercise bands, that's weird.
But didn't they say his was?
I believe so.
And of course they were like, oh, it's because he uses them.
Well, sure. So did she, allegedly.
Sure.
The fact that she had been taking all these pills, but for some reason that night she crushed them up, that's weird.
Yeah, weird. And what grown woman, other than my friend Sarah, who cannot swallow pills, crushes pills? None.
Yeah. It's just, there's little things. He had changed his outfit, his shoes, like something else is going on. Homeboy is already like, it's not the fact that he remarried so fast after divorce, because I do think that men remarry much more quickly than women do. It's the fact that there's evidence that he was around this other woman prior to all of this.
Like when I texted Becca, was this last night or the night before? All my days of, to be honest with you, I didn't know it was Monday until about 2 hours ago.
Fair.
Full disclosure, because normally I leave on Sundays on my trips. So I was like, oh, it's Monday? Who knew? Like, cool, whatever. Kill her. Don't kill the children.
Right. It's just, I don't know.
To me, there's no sicker crime. Sicker? Yeah. Crime in the world than to do anything to a child. There's just, I don't care what it is. There's just nothing worse. And the fact that it, like, they're your own children is even more mind-boggling to me. But I hope they fry this other trucker in half.
Yeah. It was the fact that, like, she's clearly showing emotion when they're showing autopsy photos. They're showing the clothing that the kids had on.
Oh, God, it was
everyone in the gallery is showing emotion. The people in the, everyone watching this trial has emotion. And he's just sitting there answering questions.
Yeah. And first of all, he just looks skeezy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think 1,000% he did it. And I hope they fry him to pieces. There was a couple other things. I've got to pull up multiple notes as I've explained, but also another trial that's underway that I am very invested in. I think you know this, that I do not believe Tupac Shakur is dead.
Yes. Yeah.
So, but a lot of people do think he's dead. So they're going to go ahead and put a murder. There's already a murder because I understand if my husband happens to listen to this. Yes, I know I'm delusional. Okay, it's fine.
It happens to the best
of us. I believe Wakanda's a real place, so whatever. Oh, And he might just be there. I'm just saying. But Dwayne Davis, who was like big in the music industry, is being tried. First trial ever for this, which happened 30 years ago, which, by the way, when I read today that was 30 years ago, I was like, I'm as old as I feel. Yeah. So if you don't know, Tupac was a rapper, because your sister does watch this show, so let me just get back to that. He was gunned down in Vegas. It was always rumored of all these different people involved, Suge Knight, different people in the music industry. But this guy, Dwayne Davis, is the only person that's ever been charged. The trial has started. I'm going to be following this one very closely because I think this is when he's going to pop up on the witness stand. And Tupac's going to come out and be like, see,
I'm here for it.
All you people, like, I'm here, but this is what was happening. So,
listen, I love your
probably not going to happen, but the other trial that is actually, it's 8/10, or today's the 10th, yes, but it's only 2:57 where you are. This is happening in Arkansas. The pride of Arkansas, the Duggar family. And when I say pride, I mean we are as embarrassed as you all are for us.
Yes.
But 2 more of their family members are being accused of terrible things towards children, and apparently they have withdrawn this morning their guilty or not guilty pleas. So they are, we don't know yet. They're either settling or they're pleading guilty or taking a plea deal. We don't really know, but apparently it's all going to transpire today, and the judge is going to pass down the verdict, or not the verdict, but the punishment. But this is where I'm disturbed about, and of course I haven't done my research because it all happened while I was on the plane. But it could just be like fines. Now, listen, there's 2 different things. It's a husband and a wife. The husband is a Duggar. The wife married in, which she's crazy for doing that. The stuff against her, I'm kind of about. It was like when they did a home inspection because of his charges. Like she had the doorknobs, the locks turned around. I mean,
so that's all this one is. That's all they pulled the guilty pleas from.
Oh, so this is not about him. No, because he like assaulted.
He was also, yeah. So that's still going on, but that's in Florida.
This is why Becca went to law school and I didn't.
So they withdrew their guilty plea. That either allows them to plead not guilty or no contest, which no contest is what they're going to end up pleading. So they don't have to admit things either way. And then the judge can decide what their punishment is, which is probably going to be some kind of a fee for this one, but this is only for the false imprisonment when CPS went to their house and found like the backwards doorknobs and that kind of thing. So that's all this one is. He is still being charged and tried in Florida for the children crimes.
Okay, well, I feel a lot better about life now in general then. Okay.
Yeah.
But we'll follow along with that as well. Any other legal news that
not that we're following right now.
Yeah. I mean, we got a lot with this Clancy thing because we are real invested.
This one's going on for a long time.
Listen, I don't have a lot in my entertainment notes. Let me just double check that I didn't put it in here. No. Okay. The only thing that came up this is when I made these notes too. Everybody's in a big hullabaloo about Ariana Grande. We know, if you watch the show, how I feel about Ariana.
Yeah.
She is back with her ex-boyfriend now, who looks like a drug king, in my opinion. But I gotta say, as much as I dislike her, I do not think she's as talented as some of you seem to think. I am worried about her health.
I mean, here's the thing. She's not healthy. And
they're a skinny family. Like, if you see like her mom, her brother, they're tiny people.
She's always been tiny, but this is an unhealthy tiny.
This is, I can see every bone you have.
Yeah. And also, I think a lot of it too is she went like, ran herself to the very end. Wicked. Then you're doing music and tours. She was also filming Fokker-in-Law, which is coming out this year, a movie. Like, you're doing all of these things, and at some point you've got to give your body a rest. I'm glad that she is realizing I need to step away and take care of my health. I just hope that mentally she actually understands I'm not healthy right now. It's not just the criticism that I need to step away from. Like, you truly need to get healthy. And if she doesn't have people around her that are worried about her, that's a problem. I shouldn't see your sternum. I should not see your ribs.
And it's like, not only just like, it's, I mean, it's just honestly, it's sick. Like you can see her sternum, and then where her like, it's just, I feel bad for her. I will say something that's not in the notes. Somebody else I feel bad for right now, and here's the thing: Ariana's a great example. I don't like Ariana. We know that. I do not like Perez Hilton. I have criticized him for decades now, but this weekend, horrifically, he was on live and tried to take his life. And
mental episode, it seems.
Yeah, and apparently it was very severe. He's going to have a lot of surgeries due to loss of blood. I mean, it's significant. And I just, listen, he gets paid for what he does. And here's the thing. Hollywood is half to blame because half of Hollywood is giving him intel. It's the same as Dumois. It's the same situation. People use them for their own benefits. And I just, I feel for them though, because he has kids. They were actually in the house right before it happened. Like, I just, golly, like life is not, nothing is worth that. Yeah. And I just really hope that they both get help is all I can say.
Yep. Agreed.
In entertainment news, we will switch to what you all usually come for. TaylorTalk. We got a little bit of a sighting this week. Yeah. She went to 1587 with Travis and Ed Kelsey. Apparently the whole Kelsey family was at training camp, which we did get questions about that. That's normal. They always come to training camp. Do we think this is Travis's last season? Yes. Simmer down.
Well, but also there's a family day at training camp where all the families can go. And then I believe it's the very next day they get the day off. So that was a very normal thing to happen.
This literally happens every year. Yeah. But of course this time our girl was there. So we only got to see like a quarter of her face, but there's been some hullabaloo, and I know Becca doesn't want to acknowledge it, but Target has now on their official website, it has a placeholder for the 20th anniversary edition of Debut, which is August 12th. Now, here's the thing though, because we had a lot of questions about this. That could mean anything. Yeah. Yes, I did see that there were 250,000 vinyls sent to her warehouse. And the fact that y'all have trackers on that too is, well, craziness amok. But that could really just be another release of the album as it was in its original.
With a new cover. That's all it is, guys.
Could be. Now, could it be the Taylor's version? Could be. Could it have vault tracks? Allegedly, there's 4 vault tracks with 4 collaborations. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But allegedly, I mean, something is in the air, but we don't know what it is. But we did have a plethora of Taylor questions, and since we're barely getting any crumbs from her right now, I thought we whipped through these. Ainsley, don't know.
Ansley.
What's a Taylor song you didn't appreciate until years later?
So with this one, I went with You're on Your Own, Kid from Midnight's, only because I don't think that it was immediately a standout track on that album. Okay. I think though with the Eras tour, people really, it gained traction. And then I really started being like, oh no, this is a really good, autobiographical type song. Yeah. But with the whole Make the Friendship Bracelets line, take the moment and taste it. I think that really gave it some traction. And then people started listening to it more. And I was like, oh, that's actually a much better song than I wanted. Because that's not one, I like the Midnight's album, but that's not one that I would want to keep listening to.
Yeah. That's an interesting take. Yeah. I actually went with, which is going to probably be mind-blowing, I guess. I don't know. I went with Love Story because, again, Debut and all that era was not really my thing. And I do think it was, kind of the presentation of it at Eras Tour and also how it's popped up now in culture now with Tight End You and all that. Yeah. And I think just now, every time I just am always going to think of her at Tight End You. And I just I love it. Yeah. Okay. From Katie, which Taylor era would be the hardest to recreate today?
So I took this as like which era would be harder for her to recreate. And I went with Reputation.
Same.
Because there's a level of anger that you have to be in order to produce something like that. And she's just not in that space anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I went with that too because I was just like, she's just too happy now. What is she? She's gonna be like giggling during "Look What You Made Me Do."
Right.
Like,
I have to really appreciate what Kanye did to her because it did give us Reputation.
Did give us one of the best albums of all time. But yeah. Okay, last one from Lindsay. What's one Taylor Swift conspiracy theory? Which we normally don't do this, but this is not. I don't know. I went with this one anyway. What's one Taylor Swift conspiracy theory you secretly enjoy, even though you don't believe it?
Besides,
and I can't wait. I purposely picked this question because Becca doesn't even believe the things that are right in front of her face. So
I don't.
Like Carly Kloss being at a wedding, but whatever.
Not happened. Okay. I love that there are people out there that secretly, or not really secretly, but their conspiracy theory is that Taylor Swift controls the NFL now. And I love it so much.
Yeah, this is a good point.
I just thoroughly enjoy that. I thought about going like with an Easter egg one, but the NFL one just cracks me up every time.
Yeah. This was super, super hard for me.
I'm sure.
So the question is, what is one Taylor Swift conspiracy theory you secretly enjoy, even though you don't believe it?
Mm-hmm.
And secretly, I enjoy the thought that she is and has always been friends with Carly Kloss.
Oh, God.
But listen, here's why. Because I just...
Mandy, you know how mad I would be as your friend if you kept me hidden? No.
Okay, but listen.
No, I missed the Super Bowl because we have to be secret friends? No. Get out of here.
Have you seen the latest stuff where they're saying that the deal breaker for Blake on Blake's side was that she didn't get invited to the reason she
that would have been my
threatened her? Which honestly, listen, I mean, but that's what allegedly she threatened Taylor to release text because she didn't get invited to the Super Bowl. And I was like,
wow,
if it gets to that level, I'm really going to be disturbed. But, yeah, I just want to believe they're still friends. Partially because I want to be like at you, but because we love nothing more than a petty moment. So
we do.
Well, without further ado, though, we must jump into sports.
Yes.
And we have had a plethora. I mean, I don't even really know where to begin, but training camp is underway everywhere.
Yes.
And it's not going so great for a lot of people.
No, and here's the thing, like training camp, I don't think that people remember every year is vicious. First off, these people have not been training like to this caliber all summer long. They've still been training and working out and that kind of thing, but it's just a whole different level. Plus, you throw in all of these people trying to make the 53-man cut later this month. It just gets where people, even though some of the practices are without pads and we're not supposed to tackle, like there's just too much competition and like literally my livelihood is on the line right now that it's a little scary sometimes, and people just keep getting hurt and there's already season-ending injuries, and it just scares me a little bit.
Well, and I think one of the things too that I've noticed is, with training camp, because you're not supposed to be like annihilating your teammates like you would in a roll game. That, however, means that a lot of times these are non-contact injuries, which honestly is never good news. Like that's usually an ACL, an Achilles, something like that. So it's usually not great. Of all shockers of shocks, Xavier Worthy's having a shoulder issue already.
Listen,
he needs to put some meat on the bones.
I do think that would help. Protein up, my guy.
Yeah, like you're too skinny.
Yeah.
I've been super pumped about Cyrus Allen, this kid, the undrafted kid from Cincinnati. He was killing it. And then I thought he like broke his leg. Turns out it was just a shin bruise, but apparently that really hurt. He's back today though at training camp, and he was catching unreal passes again. So I'm super excited to see this kid. I really hope he makes the roster. Honestly, I think he's going to have to in the wide receiver area because Lord help, We struggling.
Yeah.
But CJ Gardner-Johnson got hurt. Cry me a river.
We don't like people getting injured, but some people were a little bit more okay with it.
Yeah. Ricky Pearsall, this dude has had quite the journey in the NFL. Like, you got shot.
Right. He can't
for your Rolex. And now your knee is jacked. You're out for the whole season, they announced this morning.
Oh, God.
I'm like, is this really the profession for you? Do you also have a degree? Like, what are we talking about?
Right. Maybe go into like physical therapy or something. Be something assisting on the side.
Yeah, your boy Devonta Smith. Again, someone else who needs to put meat on his bones. I really think that we may need to look into the eating habits.
Yeah.
But those were some of the bigger names. We have had a few incidents in the NFL. Mr. Tony Romo, one of our least favorite announcers of all time, was arrested.
He sure was.
And it was a real, like, I mean,
my guy was video, like the police cam footage. Yeah, my guy was. He didn't seem drunk. He seemed like his normal cocky self,
like just a douche canoe. Like,
but this is what it takes to get him off of our TV as an in-game analyst. I'm here for it. I'd take JJ Watt over him any day of the week.
Oh, I would really, quite honestly, take a lot of people. We did have a really kind of horrifically tragic thing happen with Eric Bieniemy. So EB is back at camp today, which felt quick, but hey, I'm good with it.
I'm sure he's like, I'm good. Go.
Yeah, go. But their apparently their son was definitely having a mental health crisis, and he shot his mother, Eric's wife. So at first it sounded really not good. Like I was thinking we were about to lose her. But apparently she's doing much better. So
she's out of the ICU now.
Yeah, I was like, of course, right when we get him back, something ridiculous happens.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of extensions, a lot of people getting paid. Bijan Robinson got a huge deal. Jahmyr Gibbs got the highest paid running back deal from the Lions. Zay Flowers. Here's the thing with the Ravens. I think the Ravens are like, listen, we got nothing else here. Just take some money. Like,
but then Zay's injured right now. He's got like
again too skinny.
Yeah.
Just saying,
guys, eat.
And then Clowney,
I think,
is back with the Texans, and I found this real weird because I felt like when he left, it was real messy.
Yeah, I don't think that these guys realize maybe we shouldn't be burning bridges either side. You never
know where you're going to go.
Yeah, because you don't get a say in it always.
No. And then I'm going to skip a couple things. Baker Mayfield did not get a deal, and he set a timeline. He said, I want a deal by the time camp starts, or there will be no deal, and I'm going to become a free agent. They're already saying Pittsburgh.
But see, I also wonder, I think Tampa Bay is going to try and get a deal done. It sounds like they did try to get a deal done. He just wanted more years on the contract. But then I also wonder, is he playing the long game where he wants to go to the Rams and be under Sean McVay because maybe Stafford's going to retire this year? Like, do you think that that's what he's wanting to go back to?
I have seen that name thrown around. I have seen the Rams thrown around. What I've been seeing is the Rams and the Steelers.
Yeah. I don't see Stafford retiring after this year. I
don't either. I saw an interview yesterday where he said he won't commit to next year, but he was like, I'm following the same protocol Tom Brady did.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Tom Brady could probably play today.
Yeah.
I mean,
so we'll see on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. That's not where I would want to go if I was Baker. But I also would want to go to Pittsburgh. I don't really know where I'd want to go. Honestly, with him, he may be hoping that Dak fizzles out and he can go back to Texas, you know?
That's true.
So, Will Levis is saying he's a starter. They're saying he's a starter.
Drive to be his level of delusional.
But this is what, like,
it's wild.
32 other quarterbacks in the NFL, and he's a starter.
Listen,
I mean, honestly, I think Justin Fields, our backup, which I'm thrilled to have. What are we talking about?
I'd play him over Will Levis, that's for sure.
I don't know. It's a whole debacle. But we got to watch football last week.
Boy, did we.
Tell me how you felt in the moment watching the Hall of Fame game. First of all, one of the better ones ever, in my opinion.
Let me tell you, I enjoyed it more than the Super Bowl.
Well, that's because it was a shit show for us, but yes.
That's fair. I was smiling from ear to ear the whole time. I just loved it. I wasn't excited for Arizona. I was pulling real hard for the Panthers. But it was just so enjoyable to get to watch not only a game, but like it was a good game. But I think a lot of us went into it not expecting anything because we're like Panthers and Cardinals and their backups. Who cares? But it was so good every single play. I was so happy.
I was excited to see some guys. I mean, the Hall of Fame game's fun because you get to see some guys who honestly you may not get to see in the season at all if they make rosters. But Haynes King. You remember the little traveling Haynes King?
Yeah.
Game-winning touchdown, but he messed up his hamstring in the middle of it. So
worth it. Great. I'm sure he was like worth it.
Yeah. But yeah, it was so fun. And like the thing though that I didn't love is why did I find myself thinking, wow, Carson Beck looks good?
Here's the thing. We did not think Carson Beck was good in college, but I'm wondering if that's maybe he was made more for NFL type plays. I don't know.
I can't agree to this yet. Mm-mm.
I don't want to believe that, and I'm not sure I believe it yet, but like he did look better than he did in college.
I mean, sure, I'll give you that. Now I have a question here on my notes that I haven't, and this may shock you because I don't think we have talked about this. How are you feeling about the new gray uniforms of the Buffalo Bills?
I think that it looks like the Diet Pepsi can, and I can't.
It's not great, and I feel like even when they try to defend them, they even feel silly.
Yeah. I mean, like, I want you to feel pretty in what you're wearing, but like, you can just
problem too is not even the uniform. I don't like the helmet that they have with it.
Yeah. Because they keep having to change uniforms and stuff anyway.
Well, now I will say though,
Chiefs, we just stick with what works.
Well, but here's the only thing I would say about that. I do get a little bored that Clark Hunt is so against having an alternate uniform because I do think those black uniforms would be sharp.
No, they would. And that's fine to have like an alternate, but like all these other teams, it feels like every year we're getting something different. And
it feels like everybody's trying to keep up with Oregon. The
guys.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Listen, the other thing I've got in my notes, and I'm not really sure how to address this, but have you been following the kerfluffles in the WNBA?
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's really turned me off.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty turned off. Kerfluffles around Caitlin Clark, and listen, I'm not as hype on her as I used to be.
No,
she really turned into LeBron at this point. I did see where they rescinded her 8th technical, but I'm sorry, I did just say 8th technical already in this season. So first of all,
and not all of them were unwarranted. So
no, so they did rescind that one, so she's not suspended a game. But also, all of this hullabaloo with Sophie Cunningham, like, I just and the DeJounte that like literally tried to decapitate her in the past game. Like, what are we?
Chill out.
Yeah, it's just too much. It's too much. I don't like it.
Like the WNBA is always going to struggle because they finally get momentum and you start to get more of a fan base, and then you allow this kind of crap, and you've got a horrendous commissioner on top of all that. So I'm just
Well, honestly, I feel like other than Becky Harmon, I feel like a lot of the coaches are terrible. Yeah. Honestly, the Fever coach is got to be one of the worst coaches. She's terrible. But yeah, I'm not happy about any of this. No. Did you have any other sports news?
I did not.
I'm just stuff that we'll save that because some of it I'm like, I need people to calm down.
Yeah.
Like, did you get tripped up on anything with AI this week?
No, but you sure did. Sure did.
Listen, I feel like they targeted me. I feel like they watched the show. And last week I didn't really have anything. What was
so good?
I know, but that picture really looked real, Becca, and it was on TV.
It didn't look real at all.
It did.
It did not. It
So there was
like
this picture released with let's see, it was Maria Taylor, Travis Taylor. Yeah, it was basically the Monday Night Crew, right?
Yeah,
or Thursday Night Crew.
The ones that were covering the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah,
they were the Monday Night Crew.
And at the wedding,
yeah,
when they had the white tux.
I don't think any of them were actually invited to the wedding.
Okay, I don't either, but but I don't know because really, like everyone and their dog was invited.
Because after they put that picture up, Maria said, "But this isn't real because we weren't invited." But no one listened to that part.
No, because I spazzed out. I didn't even hear that part until you told me. They even said it wasn't real. I was like, did they? They got me good this week because we still don't have anything. So.
Nothing.
Anything get you though? Because I know you're always too good for it.
I don't think so. I did have to do a double take on that picture because I did see it before you sent it over to me because I didn't see it on the broadcast. I saw it like right after on TikTok. And so I had to rewind the broadcast to watch. And I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw the background to it, I was like, that's a real
I've gotten to the point now where I really hesitate before I send anything because I really get chastised every time. But what was the dumbest thing you saw on the internet this week?
Probably the two guys trying to be in the WNBA.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really want to get into like the.
No, we're not going to get into it.
But like, what are we doing?
Come on.
But I am interested to see how they navigate this.
Right? Because what's her face commissioner? She doesn't like to.
She's like, well, I don't really know.
I don't hurt feelings.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, brother, I could do this job in my sleep.
Yeah.
We got some good questions this week.
We do. Let's get to them.
And these are top of the bucket. Well, I say that. We've had a lot of people blowing us up about debut. We don't know. I don't know why y'all think we know anything. We did get a question this week that asked if we had any affiliation with Taylor Nation. And listen, we don't, never will, but we would love it. But just the fact that this person thought to ask that,
right? There was an inkling,
a joy that I can't even explain.
Listen, I'll take
it. It is our highest goal and aspiration in life.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we want to be decent wives and mothers, but like that, that's it. Yeah. But okay, so Eli said, what's a TV show everyone says you have to watch that you've never started? And when I saw this question, I think that Eli asked this because I chastise you constantly about shows that I know that you would be obsessed with and you won't watch them.
No. So one of mine is The Summer I Turned Pretty.
I can't.
There is Ted Lasso. I can't. I tried to get into Ted Lasso. I watched the first episode.
One I'm kind of okay with. Okay, sure.
Yeah. So those are the ones I picked. I'm sure there's a plethora of other ones, but those were the two that like popped.
So I was hoping you were going to say Summer I Turned Pretty, or I cannot get past the Friday Night Lights. I can't.
Yeah, sorry.
It's just, I don't even understand.
We're just too far past it now. I don't have time.
I don't know. So a show that everyone says that you have to watch that I have never started ever in the history of my life. And Aaron is aghast about this. I have never seen a complete episode of Family Matters.
Really?
Never.
Okay.
I've seen clips and like I know the general synopsis, but I've never seen a full episode.
Okay. Yeah, that was a little surprising.
This is like also last night, just a quick side note. I don't even know how this came up. He like made some movie reference and I just looked at him and he was like, do you not know what that's from? And I said, no. He says, from Crocodile Dundee. Okay.
Never seen it.
He was like he could not function. And I'm like, I don't even know anyone that's seen that movie.
No.
So I don't know. He said, oh, you're going to have to watch it. I was like, good luck, buddy.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm a little more hip than Becca, so I've seen a lot of the shows.
That is true.
This is from Hogan, who I actually know. What movie is considered a classic that you think is overrated?
I went with Gladiator. I just feel like
Okay.
I don't know, for some reason, of course, that one gets talked about around Christmas time because people want to say it's Christmas or whatever. But they just hype it up so much. And I'm like, really?
They say Gladiator is a Christmas movie?
Yeah,
But I don't see that. But okay.
exactly. But that one that for some reason that came to mind when I was looking at this question. I was like, I've just never gotten it. I've seen it. I just don't get hyped about it.
Now, do you like that genre of movie though? That feels a little gory for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels a little too like not Lifetime or I'm not Hallmark. Sorry.
Hallmark. Yeah, thank you. Lifetime's
so sorry.
God, what a knockoff.
Yeah, what a gosh. Okay, this to me was low hanging fruit. It's Titanic. This is so unrealistic. Like, yes, I mean this tragedy actually happened. Get it.
Right.
There was plenty of room on that door.
Right. Jack could have gone up there. Rose was just being selfish.
She was like, it was fun while it lasted. Bye-bye.
Yeah. We've had a good run.
Stupid. But the way people acted about it, I've told this story on the show before that people made fun of me when I was in school because I would not go see the movie. And they were like, you're just doing it for attention. And I was like, no, it's because y'all made it sound like it's the greatest thing ever. And I'm just going to be disappointed. And I was when I watched it on VHS, but whatever. Okay, this is from Steve. Taylor surprise dropped one thing tomorrow. What would you want? New album, Reputation Taylor's version, a documentary, or a tour announcement? And Becca would also probably say wedding pictures, but
that's fair.
He did not offer that.
Okay. I'm going documentary all day long, every day.
What now, though?
Listen, literally anything behind the scenes of her daily life. I am nosy. I want to be all in your business. I want to know all the details. I would way prefer that over anything else.
Yeah. Well, I was going documentary, but I wanted of like the wedding and engagement and all of that, which I don't think we'll ever get. No. My problem with Reputation TV, because like I would die for it because she herself said the vault tracks are fire. But it's like we're not in that era now. We're too happy now.
Yeah.
Now, if something goes wrong, I'm in.
Yeah. But like we've all moved on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. From Connie, what celebrity would you like to watch a tell-all documentary on? And it can't be Taylor Swift.
Listen. I read that and I was like, well, they probably also meant Travis because I would take one of Travis because I want a behind the scenes of like the actual she who shall not be named drama and like what truly went down and how crazy has she actually been during this breakup period. I want to know all that juicy stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you're talking about KN.
Yeah.
Did you see who she's besties with now?
No.
Alexis Earl. Or no, Alex Earl.
Alex Earl. She'll come up later. But the other one I picked, if we can't do Taylor, I'm sure we can't do Travis. So I picked Aaron Rodgers, but I want like an honest documentary. I need the wife. I need all the ex-girlfriends. I need mom and dad. I need all of the actual coaches, friends and ex-friends. I need the real behind the scenes. Is he really this crazy? Has he just, evolved over the last 6 years to being this crazy? I would love that.
Okay. Well, Connie, for my own personal, I don't know if it's I need closure or my own personal sanity. I need a tell-all documentary on Blake Lively that she is not involved in.
Yes.
That everyone in their sphere is involved in, though. Because I need to know, like, for my own sanity, was I really this wrong?
That's fair.
Or I need the closure that, yes, in fact, you were this wrong, and now here we are. Okay. I need to know. I need to know what we're dealing with here. I need to know if a lot of the rumors were true about other things that happened in the past.
Yeah.
I need to know it all.
That's fair.
I would also throw out, though, that I would like one on Karlie Kloss, not involving her because I do not want to hear about what she's doing currently, but like, you're just a normal from an unattractive family in St. Louis, and now you're like this. What did you do to get here?
Yeah.
Because you did something. Okay, from Kyle. Which celebrity is far more famous than talented?
Now here,
Listen, I'll be honest, I could not narrow my list on this. I was like,
there's a lot.
A lot of folks, sir.
There's a lot. I went with Alex Earl.
Yeah, I mean, I would totally agree, but what is she supposed to be talented in? So this is where I struggled. There's a lot of people that are famous, but like they're not really, even the person I picked is not allegedly talented in anything.
I just think she's just famous for getting her name out there on TikTok, and now she's become uber famous. And I'm like, okay, but you don't actually have a talent. You're gorgeous, but you don't actually have a talent.
Yeah.
So that's who I stuck with.
Okay, I have two answers. One is very similar, and then one I think could be a spicy take.
Okay.
I went with Kylie Jenner.
Fair.
Like, I don't really know what you offer the world. I mean, your makeup is apparently people love it. I don't have any of it, but I mean, you don't make that. Like, you just try it on and are like, yeah, that's great. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so this next one could be spicy though.
Okay.
I went with Shania Twain.
Okay, I like this take.
Okay, so here's the thing. Shania Twain is opening for Harry Styles.
Which is wild.
I don't even know. But listen, our previous guest, Haley, she's about to go in like a month.
Okay, we're going to have to have her on afterwards.
Yeah, she's already texted me about it. She's going to come on to give us the full scoop on everything. Okay. She's supposed to come on if we ever get wedding pictures too, but Lord, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But it's a wild combination of them.
Yes.
But okay, feels like a woman, sure. Like what, 20 something, probably 30 years ago at this point. What else do you have, ma'am?
Right, nothing.
Can you name another song?
No, I cannot.
And if you have seen any of the footage on TikTok of her from any of Harry's shows recently, it's not good.
Right. Like, why are we not lip syncing at this point?
And she almost looks like a drag queen.
Yeah, a little too much Botox and filler.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Listen, you may come for me, folks. I don't know.
Who knows? That's a good
one.
All
right. You got some WhyFactor?
Got some WhyFactor.
You're not liking right now.
Well, the one that's just sticking out to me is I just don't love that the kids are back in school. As much as I like thrive on like a routine and
I am ready. Okay.
I think it's because with Ryder being a sophomore and Grayson ending like last year of elementary, it's just going too fast for me. And realizing that I've got a kid that's about to be out of my house, like I'm not old enough for this. I'm not ready for it. I'm not mentally and emotionally stable enough. It's not okay.
Now, how old were you when you had Ryder?
26.
Okay.
Yeah. 25 or 26.
Yeah. I guess
I wasn't a spring chicken. Like I was.
I mean, I was 30 or 31, I think, when I had Judd. Yeah, the fact that we're about to have middle schoolers blows my mind in general.
Wild.
Only one today?
Only one. What do you got?
How positive of you. So this is something that's might be a little confusing, but hear me out. I am hating that two things can be true at once.
Ugh, the worst
example. I was on a flight today. I feel so bad, especially for moms traveling by themselves with babies that are crying hysterically on the plane. Because they're like, oh my God,
they're stressed, they're sweating.
I feel so bad for them. Also, I need your child to shut up. Like, both things can be true.
Right.
It's like Blake Lively. You are apparently a horrible person, and yet for some reason, Gossip Girl is all over my TikTok, and I'm sucked back in. Like I'm like in the midst of still being in love with her as a friend. So I just feel like it's not fair that things can be true at the same time, like that are so polar opposite. Like I felt so bad for this lady on this plane today, and she was I couldn't see her either. And I saw her when I stood up. First of all, the baby was adorable. The mom was cute as a button. That child didn't shut up one time.
We got to get a bottle or a pacifier or something.
And I felt so bad. When it first started, I was like, oh, I feel so bad for her. Surely it's going to stop. No. 2.5 hours later, we're still screaming.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you liking right now, though?
So besides the Hall of Fame game and the enshrinement, because the enshrinement was so good. I
Oh my
watched all
gosh,
those
yeah.
speeches. Loved those. We also went and saw Spider-Man Brand New Day this weekend.
We're going this weekend. Aaron's illegally watched it somehow. I don't know how.
That's fine. It's so good.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then I also watched Michael Jackson, The Verdict on Netflix.
Oh,
I think it's fairly newish on there. It was a very well done documentary. I remembered him going on trial. I vaguely remembered the charges, but I didn't know any of the details. This really went into the details, and it was so well done.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're going this weekend. I'm excited. I really want to go see the Odyssey. Aaron finds this very strange, but I'm very into Greek mythology.
Yeah.
When I was in the 3rd grade, I went to Greek mythology camp in the summer.
I remember you saying this, and that's still weird.
I know, but I really want to see it. This is weird for me. I have gotten into the Hey Jonas podcast on YouTube.
It's so good.
Did you watch the episode with Priyanka Chopra?
I've seen the majority of it, but I didn't watch the whole thing.
Okay, because they have always confused me. She and Nick, I've always been like, this is so weird. This is so fake. This is such a beard marriage. Something's weird. I don't get it. They're legit. They are legitimately best friends. And I still have some issues with Joe Jonas because he did a lot of people we like wrong. He did a lot of people.
Right. He was also young.
But I kind of feel for Joe at this phase of life too. Kevin, I absolutely adore. He and his wife, they've been together since high school. And Nick, I've always been like, he just thinks he is too cool for school. But what I have really come to learn watching this is he is one of the most insecure human beings on the planet. Yeah. But his relationship, the episode with Priyanka, is so good. And they address a lot of things I've always wondered because, they're preachers' kids, like Southern Baptist preachers' kids.
Yep.
And he's married to Priyanka, who is Hindu.
Not Southern Baptist.
And so they even talked about how they've merged and what they like about each other's religion and how they've merged it. They're raising their daughter Christian, but still observing the traditions of Hindu. Right. And they take her to Mumbai all the time, and it's a whole thing. But yeah, and just the way he talks about her culture and how he's embraced it so much. And it's also funny when they call each other spouses on the show.
Yes.
Kevin bought this bed topper the other day that was a whole fiasco, and he didn't tell his wife. And so Joe was like, "Oh, I'm calling her." And
which just tells you how close they all are.
Yeah, and they called their nieces on the phone one day, and they were like, "Did your dad?" I didn't think I would feel this way. And I'm like, I kind of like y'all. Do I want to come see you in concert now? I may.
I know. Their concerts look so good.
And they're cheap.
Are they? There you
go. I mean, comparatively to what I've done in the past. But yeah, I did not know. But I am apparently a fan.
Okay. We're here for it.
Listen, I have a lot of things that have happened in my life, not on my bingo card, but here we are.
Okay.
Anyway, that's all I got.
That's it. That's all I got. No.
All right. Episode 117 done.
There you go, guys.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Oh.
Did it stop? I think it's still going.
Okay. I don't know. Okay. I think we're done. Okay, cool. All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.